Excellencies, colleagues, I'm pleased to address this webinar, which reflects our growing partnership with the IPU and the Commonwealth Secretariat in support of parliaments. Parliaments are cornerstones of national human rights protection systems and have a critical role, especially in time of crisis. That has become ever more evident during the COVID-19 pandemic, as parliaments have been key players in the discussions of human rights-based responses and the importance of addressing the needs and concerns of all, but particularly those most affected and vulnerable. Colleagues, at the national level, the role of parliaments can be enhanced through their proactive agreement with international and regional human rights mechanisms, including the Human Rights Council and the Universal Periodic Review. Parliaments play a crucial oversight role in ensuring governments' compliance with its international human rights obligations and in translating them into national legislation and policies. They are also fundamental in the elaboration of national human rights action plans, which are based on international and regional human rights mechanisms and cross-linked to the Sustainable Development Goals. In other words, parliaments are a bridge between the international and national human rights arenas. They are also a channel through which the recommendations of human rights mechanism can be implemented in the countries and translated into compliant laws and practices. Colleagues, UPR recommendations, together with those of treaty bodies and special procedures, mandate holders, aim at ensuring the fulfillment of international human rights obligations and at bolstering national human rights institutions and capacities. They also contribute to peace and the success and sustainability of efforts to achieve the SDGs by anchoring them in the solid foundation of human rights norms. Their systematic implementation may even prevent violations. The Human Rights Council has also been exploring ways to improve the contribution of parliaments to its work and the UPR. Human Rights Council Resolution 35/29 encouraged states to promote the participation of parliaments in all stages of the UPR process, from consultations for the national report to the implementation of supported recommendations. It also requested my office to prepare a study on how to promote and enhance cooperation between parliaments and the work of the Human Rights Council and its UPR. The report we submitted to the Council in June 2018, prepared in close collaboration with the IPU, took into account a survey of parliaments worldwide. The responses show broad support for greater parliamentary engagement with the UN human rights mechanism, especially the UPR, and for the development of international principles on parliaments and human rights. Annex 1 of that report contains such principles. They are meant as a guide for parliaments in setting up or strengthening their human rights committees, as well as in ensuring their effective functioning and key responsibilities. I encourage you to consider and be guided by these principles. The UN Secretary General has called for the United Nations and the IPU to intensify efforts to assist parliaments in fulfilling their roles both in the promotion and protection of human rights and in the implementation of UPR recommendations. My office is fully committed to that objective, including by using its voluntary fund for UPR implementation in order to support parliaments. In that spirit of partnership, I wish you all productive discussions. Thank you very much.